So we've removed those 3 screws from their location and the gas tray is now loose, okay? So the next thing to do is to take off all our wiring. We're going to unclip every wire that is connected to this gas valve. We know where they go to go back, so we're going to take them off. Sometimes they're a little bit stiff like this, but get them all off. Okay, so now you've got all your cabinet wiring away from the gas valve. Next thing to do is down the side here, you'll find this orange connector. This is actually a sparking device to light the machine. You need to take that off. So, recap, take all your wiring off, absolutely everything, apart from the red and white wires here. You've got the 3 screws out and you've released the sparking mechanism. And simply just wriggle the tray out. It might get caught on this bracket here, so just wiggle it around the bracket, and then up and down and out it all will come. So we'll put it on the top here, have a look at what it looks like. That's the gas tray that we are going to service. It sits now on top of the machine and it's come out. So generally during the service I'm going to have a look in this gas box where the tray came from, and this is where I'm going to use my torch. So light the torch and inspect inside here. What you're looking for is any leaking from above, and you can see that's all fairly clean and white. Alright, it's a bit fiery, but there is no water that's leaked down. This means that the header, which is at the top of the machine up here, is not leaking or shouldn't be leaking. So that's the first check. We then need to get our brush and give a jolly good sweeping out in here. There'll be a lot of debris in here. We want to make it nice and clean so that it doesn't choke and there's no problems. So we're going to just have a quick investigation. Yes, it's a bit rusty, that's okay. Are there 2 ski ramps at the back? Yes, one there and one there, and are they intact? When the gas tray goes in, it sort of goes up a ski ramp, it just lifts it off the ground, and then we locate the 3 screws at the front when we put it back into position. So that's quite important when you're putting your tray in, to understand that there is a ski ramp. It will lift it up. So we've done that inspection. Now we'll move on to this gas tray that we've removed. So what we're going to note is the gas leads into a pilot pipe. That's the aluminium one here, and then that leads down here to the main pilot burner assembly. So this first bar is what we call the burner bar. That's the main burner bar. These other ones obviously light once ignition is given through the main gas valve. Anyway, so let's focus on this. So we can have a look. There are 2 probes. One of them is going to be known as the thermocoupler. That's this one. The other one is known as the pilot generator, which is this one. And they both lead up to the gas valve. One of them is on a copper sort of extension. In fact, there's a wire inside there which is protected by the copper. And it leads up to this nut. If you see this nut, take it out. I'm going to remove that because it's not needed in UK law. It was put in there as an extra device by the Americans, but we don't need it here. So that's one, that's your thermocoupler. And the other one is the pilot generator, which is here. So that one leads up with wires, a red and a white wire, to the top of the gas valve. Now this is a millivolt gas valve, which means that this pilot generator produces a very small amount of electricity, less than what's in my watch battery here. So with this current here, the gas valve can only open into the main burn chamber, which is this one, if this connection is complete and if this device is producing electricity. So as a matter of course, we're going to replace that, and we're going to replace the thermocoupler. Okay, so you might ask, what does this thermocoupler do? Well, basically, when we go to start this machine and allow the gas to run, we're going to press down on this white button here. That allows gas through the gas valve, but only into the pilot pipe. So by doing so, we can then put a barbecue lighter and we can light the flame. Gas will be coming out of only this place here. It will not be coming out of the main burner bars, only from this pilot. So holding the button down, we then light this here, and then the flame will start. Now the flame heats up this first probe, which is the thermocoupler, And as this tip gets hot, what it does is it actually does what you're doing with the white button. It allows gas to flow on a steady amount through this pilot here. So what you've done is activate the pilot, you've lit it, and now the machine can sense that it's hot. It will keep flowing gas through the main pilot.